Amori Dumbia, Salim Diakite, Aliu Dian. Yes, these are the men who will be leading the charge for the Eagles of Mali. Their head coach is called Tom Sintin. This man, he really loves Ghana.
Yeah, there's a connection.
Yes, like he would have loved to be the Black Stars of Ghana, to be the Black Stars of Ghana head coach. Now, 43 minutes past the hour 6, and in 17 minutes, we'll be crossing over to the Accra Sports Stadium for the live commentary. Now, guys, this is the question that I wanted to ask. Now, let me give this preamble for those watching. In March 2025, they just qualifiers. Now, let's take on record that tomorrow, Nigeria is playing against South Africa in Johannesburg. The point difference between the two, South Africa 16 points, Nigeria 10. Benin in the mess with 11 points. Now, South Africa's game against Lesotho, their midfielder, Tobo Mokoena, even though he was automatically suspended from the game due to accumulating of yellow cards, he was used in that game. So currently, Nigeria are fighting for South Africa to be deducted 3 points. Now, this is where it gets very tricky. If Nigeria wins the game tomorrow, I think that they will go hard on the protest. But this is our situation. And then yesterday, the communications director of the Ghana Football Association told us that as it stands now, and
Ladies and gentlemen, tonight, Football again and see Ghana take control of that midfield like always done. That point that we have always done. I want to see us take control, play this game the way we can, give our very best, and of course make sure that we silence these Malians as quickly as possible, because they have equally had a good run after that sloppy start they had in getting a lot of draws and all of that. They are also finding their feet against Ghana that wants to get to the World Cup, do a back-to-back. Come on, we have to get things right. And I am personally happy that Benjamin Asare keeps getting that opportunity, building his confidence, doing the job right. Another good day for him, and he could be on his way to the World Cup if we should qualify.
You don't fix what is not broken, and that is Benjamin Asare. The goal he conceded against Chad was virtually not his fault. A deflection. Center referee is Badi Luxolo, a South African. Fatkane Suru from Lesotho, and Claude-Wayne Boloyi from South Africa, eyes assistant, with Naptal Ngongo from Namibia. But could you blame him? There was a delay in getting the ball back to Asari.
I'm sure Benjamin Asari was also trying to look at the timing of the players as well. Try to kick that ball away. Just maybe they would have gotten the possession of this process. You can equally pick that ball up and start that attack again. He gave himself that pressure and he was impeded and that ball had to go out. I don't think Benjamin got it right. He really measured what he was doing. It looks more like something they have rehearsed than something that just came to mind for him to get the ball to him.
Well, that is it there. Free kick against Mali. And Senayoko made that complaint together with Mohamed Kamara. But referee Badi Luxolo has already whistled. Earlier, Madagascar trying over Chad. 2-1. Many thought Chad were going to run away with at least a point. But worth and they beat them by 2-1.
We are the business end of the qualifiers.
Yeah.
And it's time to kill or get killed. There was no way the Madagascans were going to take their foot off the pedal. And they have to play a perfect game, and they did just that.
Game continues. Ball down to Jonas Ajete. He finds Jiku, but pressure on Jiku and he kicks it out. It's going to be a throw-in down the left-hand side of attack. Mali quickly throws it down. Amadou Dante gets to Aliou Dieng. Dieng calm on the ball. And that is Mohamed Koudou. Steals the ball away from Aliou Dieng. Back to Sibo. Kwesi Sibo. Sibo goes to Caleb Yenji. Jordan Ayew. Partey. Ball drops behind Thomas Partey. Inside central attacking midfield. Thomas Partey looking forward to making that pass. Semenyo had already made the move. Partey with a twist and a turn. Rolls it down the right hand side. He finds Caleb Yenji. Comes in close. Mohamed.
Gideon Mensah, the 27-year-old who's based in France with Auxerre. A lot of work to do on the left fullback position for Ghana today.
Both teams are going to deny each other time and space on the ball. It's going to be a game of a tactical masterpiece, I suppose, from the coaches. But it's the players that are going to ensure that they get that important win. And as you see there, I mean, they're gonna fight for every 1v1 situation. They're gonna look to dominate that midfield. We know how important it has been in the past. I think Partey and Salisu coming into that midfield, very important to support the likes of Ayew, Semenyo and Jiku up front. You mentioned Jiku is a newcomer to this level of football.
Jiku's played 32 times. Kwasi Sibo, though,
Kwasi
from
Sibo.
Oviedo in Spain.
Kwasi Sibo, yes.
He's a debut cap today. We'll see how he gets on in far as this match is concerned.
Well, it's interesting to see the battle in the midfield between Kalibali and Dieng. That's going to be interesting to see how they come up against Partey and Salisu. Kalibali and Dieng. That's going to be the interesting one there.
One of the 4 changes that was made by coach Otto Addo coming into this encounter and earning his 19th cap, the 26-year-old.
Attacking 3, for example. Space on this near side for Mali to try and exploit. Dante. Backwards, Koulibaly. No way past Kudus. A little bit of space here. Plays the ball off, went for the return. That's been cut out. Again, combining with Kudus, those two seeing a lot of the ball in the opening 6-7 minutes, but now the ball has been switched to the other flank. It looks like Ghana's game plan here with those 3 centre-backs to try and push the 2 wing-backs up as high as possible. Overload the spaces in midfield, press high. Mali in possession in that numbers battle in midfield. So there, the number 14, that'll be his job on the left-hand side, not to get pushed back. The moment that Ghana end up in a back 5, then they really will be in trouble. Mali able to press forward almost at will. Being virtually no midfield if everyone's sat in a back 5. All cut out. Danger by the Black Stars defence. That's nicely picked up by Jordan Ayew, who goes down on the edge of the centre circle. Nothing given by the referee. Ayew immediately snapping back into the tackle. The City man. Plenty of energy. Lovely turn in midfield, but then running into too much traffic. The ball cleared long over the top in a momentary communication there between Niakate and Diarra, but sorted themselves out. And now spreads the ball over to the right-hand side. There's a momentary overload here for Mali. Ball into the channel, but too much on it. Sinio get anywhere near that one. Go out for a Ghana goal kick. Certainly at the moment, basically they've got 3 games left. If they win those 3 games, they will be qualified. They'll qualify by at least 3 points from everyone else. The real problem, though, is if in this game, if they don't win here tonight, it brings Mali back into the equation. Also means that everyone breathing down their neck ahead of those last 2 rounds of matches coming up next month. Don't want to be going to Central African Republic needing something from the game. Certainly the way they've been playing. Only a 4-3 thriller. Including a Jordan Ayew hat-trick got them past a spirited Central African Republic side. On a match day 4. We know Comoros will be tricky as well. There's an interesting cross-field ball across his own penalty area there from Irenki. Scruffy from Ghana. Mali now back in control. Bouncing onto the edge of the area. Eventually, though, Doumbia is running into too much traffic, surrounded by, 3-4 yellow shirts. The play on the edge of the area, and the foul's been given. Yeah, initial point of contact clearly outside the area. Yoko can't believe it's not a penalty. The referee. That one right, Alexander Jiku suggesting he had an elbow in the face. He thrown, I think, case there, Sinieko throwing himself to the floor once he got over the edge of the penalty area. Anxiously, sideline up this free kick. To see just who takes ownership of this one. It's crying out for a left foot, isn't it? Benjamin Asare best to organise his war. Veritable committee over the ball at the moment. There's a sweeper in there behind the wall as well. Like Gideon Mensah drawn the short straw on that one. Now Doumbia standing over this. Dante as well. Dante smashes it straight into the wall. Doumbia on the volley. The Mensah nicely played out to Semenyo. Semenyo holding the ball up. Now goes the crossfield ball. That's a brilliant ball from Semenyo. The keeper off his line. Kudus cuts inside. And the return pass is not quite going where it wanted to go. 6 yellow shirts up here already, though. Wonderful piece of play from Antoine Semenyo, holding the ball up and spotting. Stupendous pass there. Cross field to the right. And the foul goes against Thomas Partey. Thomas Partey could be in trouble here. Jumping in front of the free kick taker as he tried to take the set piece, which is... I think that's his last chance to lose, Thomas Partey. On the back and again. Sharp with the press, being led by Semenyo and Kudus at the moment. Interesting that Ayu's hitting a little bit deeper than those two at the moment. Slight change of shape from previous matches. Ball into the channel and pointing in the wrong direction as well, actually, to clear that one down the line. Slightly sold his teammate short, and again, a chance here for Ghana on the counter-attack, but Yerenki couldn't find the pass. Still in possession though, Partey turns, looks left, changes direction, goes out to the right instead. A lovely pass for Yerenki again, and then he smashes it across. Straight out of play for a throw. Right idea, trying to get that cross in early. I think Otto Addo might be fairly happy with how things are going so far. Still on the attack, Yerenki finding some good positions, needs more precision though in the final third. Kudus now. The crowd getting up on their feet. Kudus faced with two, Yerenki. Oh dear. Well, he had the opportunity to hit the cross and just didn't. Hesitated. Took the ball into trouble and then passed it straight out to play. So far, the approach work has been pretty good from Ghana. Once they get there, somewhat lacking, at least so far. Early doors though. Just feel the crowd starting to get into this one. Back underway, Diarra, the ball out of his box. Emma, slightly short on the pace with the pass. Living dangerously there, Ghana. Yerenki, forced backwards, eventually finds the ball to Siba. To play offs there either. Ghana, they're doing all the right things. It's maybe a little bit of anxiety sitting in there, but in forward areas now. Kudus comes forward. Yerenki, but again, not enough on the pass from Kudus this time, selling his teammates slightly short. Menyo comes across of the long throw, calling for a fresh, perhaps slightly cleaner ball, slightly better grip. See how he's doing with that one. He absolutely launched that into the area. Good defending from Marley. Thank you. Gets the ball back into the danger area, then two teammates go with the same ball and rather get in each other's way. Turn from Kamara. He's a nice ball over to that right-hand side as well. All of a sudden, a bit of space opens up for the Eagles. Back inside to Kamara. Now we're able to turn on the ball. Coming forwards here. Namadi for Fana. Back to wandering forwards in open play. With us clipped there by Kamara. Tried to continue play, but brought back by the referee's whistle. Good start of the game, Kudus. Just clattered from behind. Fair play. To continue rather than rolling around on the floor. Play on the turf. Struggled to get in the game so far. It's surprised of many didn't have a foul given against him there as Kudus now brings the ball up to the edge of the area. As Jurenki puts the ball across goal and just a little bit ahead of Semenyo. From Ghana. Corner taken quickly. Here's Kudus now. Kudus runs at his man, skims one, sends it out to the back post. The keeper off his line does really well there to avert the danger. Now Mensah. You feel just starting to try and turn the screw here. Need to keep Ali pinned back at arm's length. Jurenki. Slight miscontrol from Semenyo. Bit too much on the pass, maybe. Semenyo had a fine start to the season. Bournemouth in the Premier League. Scored a fantastic brace against defending champions Liverpool at Anfield on the opening day of the season. And he scored again since as well. He's in a hot streak of form. Go back for Diarra. Asking for some medical attention. Semenyo. Instructions from the coaching staff. Use this as the heat break, I wonder. Probably not. It's a bit early in the half. Another look at the opportunity a moment ago. Lovely play from Kudus, getting past his man, sending a nice ball up to the back post. Must have been some contact with the keeper there somewhere, in theory. Midway through the first half, unsurprisingly, 0-0 here. Unorthodox throwing technique, but it seemed to work. Getting the ball down the line. Kudus eventually crowded out, but now well won by Sibo. In anticipated what? Semenyo immediately 2 green shirts on it, and there is some little bit too bitey in the tackle. Sorry, Jordan Ayew. The man getting felled there. crowd noise rising to a crescendo. Not the best of deliveries for the free kick, but it will be a Ghana corner. Somewhat surprised, just the 5 yellow shirts in the area for this, 2 in the 6-yard box, 3 more by the penalty spot. Semenyo being as awkward as possible in there. It's a big unit to try and move out of the way as well. Now it's thumped in. Oh, and just wide of the upright. Good movement in the 6-yard box. Well, it looked like it was Salisu who got the final touch. Just managed to wriggle free of his marker. Certainly the last 5-10 minutes or so, the game has started to be dominated by the home side. Mali living off scraps of possession at the moment. Sinayoko goes down. We're going to get first yellow card of the game as well, going to Jonas Ajeti. The Basel centre-back going in a bit clumsily on this one. I've got to say, Sinayoko making a meal of it too, just to make certain. Free kick comes in, headed away. Now you then blocking the attempted return cross. Certainly it's been in this group, it's certainly to an extent anyway, a welcome return to form for Ghana. All giving the ball, running into trouble just outside your own penalty area, not what the doctor ordered for the Black Stars. Eventually goes out for a Ghana throw. There has been a big change, shall we say, in their fortunes after finishing bottom of their Africa Cup of Nations qualification group, behind Angola and Sudan, who of course qualified for the final tournament, behind Niger even. Ghana going through 6 matches without winning a single game in that one. 3 draws, 3 losses. Only scored 3 goals in those 6 matches as well. I'd certainly make that right by sealing qualification to the World Cup. For what would be their 5th World Cup appearance, as Kudus tries a cross, goes out for a corner. Ghana have qualified for 4 of the last 5 World Cups. They only missed out in Russia in 2018. Round of 16, 2006, to the quarterfinals 2010. Went out in the group stage in Brazil and in Qatar. They'll be able to do better in the bigger expanded format coming up next summer in the USA, Canada and Mexico, I wonder. Oh, we've got a Mali player on the floor on the edge of the 6-yard box, Mohamed Kamara. Semenyo goes to see if Kamara's okay. I'm sure he is. Coach Sunfi shrugs his shoulders. Just can't really give a foul when the ball is not in play. half an hour in. The corner going to be swung in left-footed. No one at the back post, though, for Ghana. Oh, nice ball. And the shot comes in, but always going wide from Ayew, who's trying to claim a corner from a deflection, but getting nothing. Glorious pass from Gideon Mensah, by the way, on that left-hand side to pick out Ayew. The atmosphere still bubbling nicely. The ball launched long. Kudus doing so well again to win the ball. And just too much on that final touch. But he has been a live wire in the opening 30 minutes here. Then the ball given away by Mali. Ayew plays a 1-2. Look for support. Ghana trying not to be too hasty here. Partey turns in midfield. Plays it into Kudus. Partey again, this time to Sibo. Sibo drives into the gap. Ayew with his back to goal. Now he can turn, but he's a good 35, 40 metres out now. Picked out Partey on this nearer side. Got a Jetty moving up from the defence as well. Koulibaly just tugged back by the centre-back. Clip forward, headed away by Kirenki this time. Better spell this for the last few minutes now for Mali. They had been pinned right back, but all of a sudden a little bit of possession and they could perhaps relax comparatively. Again, Koulibaly winning the free kick. Let's see how humid it is from the perspiration. Not sure the actual temperature high enough, though, to demand a heat break here. I think there might be a case to be made for a humidity break instead. High defensive line from the Black Stars here. Nasare looks on. Not the best of deliveries, but then not played out from the back particularly well either. Kudus does well again to shield the ball and managed to turn out of trouble and finds the pass. And now Ghana can charge forward. Lots of yellow shirts flooding forwards. Ball spread out to the left-hand side. Needs a good cross. Oh, and the ball just given away. What a waste. The ball given away again. It's a bit sloppy this from Ghana. And now space on that right hand side. The ball pumped in first time, but cleared by Jiku. Poor first touch allows Ayew to nip in and steal the ball. Then he gets the free kick as well. And that's really sloppy. No chance for Kurenki on that one. A little bit of impatience from the home fans as well. They're still flooding into the stadium, by the way. Filling up those stands behind each goal. That's better. Now a long ball over the top, and I think they're going back. Maybe for a foul in the Ghana half. Jordan Ayew just clipped. Completely off the ball as well. Ball launched long over the top. Urenki deciding against the taking on his man. Oh, another sloppy pass, just kept in play. But now that gives Mali a chance to close things down. Oh, lovely play from Ayew. Clipped over the top, headed out of danger. Sido claiming too much of Kamara's shirt. Now there is an opportunity here for Mali on the counter-attack. Doucouré. Can't get past Mensah. Safety first there from Doucouré. A bit too safe, perhaps. Good ball out, though, from Diarra. And a nice interception from Aliou Dieng, the Al Ahly midfielder. Amazing, I think he's still only 27, Aliou Dieng. Feels like he's been around forever. Time Mensah just being clipped by Sinayoko. Beautifully taken out of the air. Urenki back inside. Now a longer ball over the top, bit too much on it though, and that will go out for a goal kick. And 6.5 minutes to go before half time here, still 0-0. And to be honest, neither goalkeeper has really had a save of note to make so far. So you've got two good teams very much cancelling each other out at the moment. Ghana at times sloppy in possession. Diarra playing it short out of the back. Has that gone out of play? No, says the linesman. But it looked tight. And after all that, it's actually turned into a fantastic bit of keep ball this from Marley. And then just the final pass. The wrong side of the defender. Koulibaly just clips the Jetties at heels there. Well, the rules are if you prevent the free kick from being taken, you're supposed to be booked. Anyway. Just a couple of free kicks given away, and all of a sudden the pressure that Marley were threatening to build just dissipates up into the humid night air. Nice ball clipped over the top, looking for Semenyo. He gets to this one. First touch not the best, now he looks up for support. Urenki. Thomas Partey. And the referee taking a moment to decide on that one. Looks like Partey was just clipped as he tried to dance past. Samori Doumbia. He's throwing the ball away with a bit of frustration. Got some hot heads on the Mali bench. Mohamed Kamara being completely ignored by the referee. This is the incident. I think he was just clipped by Doumbia. Maybe on the heel. Maybe this will show us contact. Well, hard to tell from that sort of distance, isn't it? Ball goes in. You've already got a Mali player on the floor long before the ball actually reached the area. Hasana Koulibaly just down in the D. Well, I've been hearing a lot of the referee's whistle in the last few minutes. Adi Luxolo. Busy man with his whistle. Long ball out from the Eagles, but that's easily enough taken by Benjamin Asare. Then you're unable to latch onto that one, are you? Does well to win the ball. Sibo dispossessed. Now Marley in behind. Kamori Doumbia claiming everything. Did really well to win the ball. There's a challenge there. It looked like as Sibo lost his balance, maybe his head clipped his foot or something, I'm not sure. And I've no idea while Djigui Diarra is remonstrating with his own bench there. I'm a bit surprised there hasn't been a bit of the foam used by the referee just to mark that spot. Well, the shot comes in from distance and the keeper, well, a slight fumble. Shout of encouragement from Alexander Djiku as well for Asare. And he calmly rolls the ball out. Sebo will be a little bit wary of losing the ball again. Certainly this side of half-time. Quickly lays it off first touch instead of running into trouble. Now Kudus will try and get in behind here. Kudus trying to use some pace. Still Kudus goes down in the byline. Kudus with the cutback and on the turn, brilliant save. And I think deflected out for a corner. No, goal kick. Wantan Semenyo wanting a corner. Brilliant play from Mohamed Kudus to get down to the byline. Cuts it in for Semenyo, who on the turn then just stabbed it wide. Now, was there a deflection on its way out, I wonder? Maybe we'll see better from this angle. A slightly closer up camera. Turn. I think that's come off the defender. Mamadou Fofana. Looking like he got across just in time. Not spotted by the referee. No VAR, of course, so no second chances. It's all on first glance. So into first half stoppage time. Over half a minute into the 2 minutes. Added on by the officials. Ghana just created arguably their best chance of the first half. Still goalless here in Accra, but Ghana have dominated possession largely. They've been a bit sloppy at times, though, allowing Mali back into the game. I wouldn't say either side have done enough to deserve a goal, certainly to deserve a lead. Sebo almost dispossessed again, mind you. He's given a bit of a hospital ball there. Semenyo, well, half blocks the clearance completely inadvertently with the back of his head. The ball eventually spins out to Diakite. Diakite now over halfway. Half a minute to go here. Ali Dieng keeping it simple. I think Mali will be happy with 0-0 at half-time, to be perfectly honest. The crowd, by the way, getting more and more boisterous as this first half goes on. All it needs now is a goal from the Black Stars and the touch paper will be well and truly lit. And the referee, after that foul from Kwasi Sebo, decides that is enough for the first half here at the Accra Sports Stadium. Ghana, as things stand, remain top of African World Cup qualifying Group I. Currently at 0-0 here at home to Mali, in a game that Mali really must win in order to keep their own hopes of qualifying for a first ever FIFA World Cup very much alive. At half-time here at the Accra Sports Stadium, it's Ghana 0, Mali 0.
voilà vous, maman, comme on a mis toi. Je t'aimais sans me soucier de rien, oh. Je t'aimais sans calculatrice, oh. J'ai cédé à tous tes caprices.
Oh no!
Ah non, mon amour. Ah non, mon éveil. Bébé, la femme n'est pas le tam-tam. Elle a besoin d'entretien, oh.
Araba koti bonjang bota mama ngore manyangore konga alle di pomse. Whoa no! Rendezvous 26th of September, Africa Bana at Laurel.
Chez Gano.
Alle di pomse.
Je suis l'artiste Lady Ponce, lyonnaise notable de la culture camerounaise et africaine. Je vous donne rendez-vous pour la clôture de ma tournée American Tour. Nous allons visiter et revisiter mon répertoire avec Roissy Prod, professionnel, mon manager 5 gigas 55 étoiles. Avec Roissy Ponce, les petits plats sont sous les grands plats. Les grands plats sont sur l'inox et l'inox est sur l'or. L'or est sur le diamant. Venez vivre une soirée diamantaire ce 26 septembre pour la clôture de ma tournée américaine à Washington. Nami voilà vous, maman, comme on a mis toi. Je t'aimais sans me soucier de rien, oh. Je t'aimais sans calculatrice, oh. J'ai cédé à tous tes caprices.
Oh no!
Ah non, mon amour. Ah non, mon éveil. Bébé, la femme n'est pas le tam-tam. Elle a besoin d'entretien, oh.
Araba koti bonjang bota mama ngore manyangore konga alle di pomse. Whoa no! Rendezvous 26th of September, Africa Bana at Laurel.
Chez Gano.
Alle di pomse.
Je suis l'artiste Lady Ponce, lyonnaise notable de la culture camerounaise et africaine. Je vous donne rendez-vous pour la clôture de ma tournée American Tour. Nous allons visiter et revisiter mon répertoire avec Roissy Prod, professionnel, mon manager 5 gigas 55 étoiles. Avec Roissy Ponce, les petits plats sont sous les grands plats. Les grands plats sont sur l'inox et l'inox est sur l'or. L'or est sur le diamant. Venez vivre une soirée diamantaire ce 26 septembre pour la clôture de ma tournée américaine à Washington.
I saw a picture there, Mohamed Kudus and Jordan Ayew. Kudus certainly very bright in the opening half an hour or so, somewhat faded near the end of that first half. But he felt like he was the most likely player to break the deadlock, or at least to create the opportunity. Best chance of the first half, arguably landing at the feet of Antoine Semenyo, the Bournemouth forward, who had a turn and shot on the edge of the 6-yard box, which went just wide. Looked like it might have had a bit of a deflection, but nothing given by the officials. And we're still waiting at the moment for the Mali team to come back on the pitch here. They finally coming out now. Feels like they're being a little bit late on that one. As we wait for them for the start of the second half, just to confirm that earlier this afternoon Madagascar eased past Chad by 3-1. That actually puts them on the same points as Ghana ahead of this game. As things stand, Ghana will have a 1-point lead over Madagascar at the top of the table. The Comoros in third place on 15 points, and then Mali on 13, but with all four of those sides still very much in with a chance of either direct qualification or perhaps going in through the playoffs.
Again now, opportunity across the goal, they can't finish it. Oh, unselfish play there. No, and really, really unselfish. Just couldn't finish it. Got there first, the Siriba.
anyway at half-time. Front three of Jordan Ayew, Antoine Semenyo and Mohamed Kudus for Ghana. There's a late challenge coming in there. Doumbia stepping over it. In the first half, Ghana started very brightly with a big high press, lots of ball being won in the final third. Really trying to put Mali under pressure. Couldn't keep it up for the entire first period though. Flick on there from Semenyo, but there was no one else chasing him behind. Long ball forward from Mali. So that's been a difference between the two sides. And now ball in behind, half hooked clear. Partey then losing out on the edge of his own area. Again, the Ghana back four, or back five rather, being pressed into action here early in the second half. Crowd getting excited for a moment. Higher press coming here from Mali. Haven't seen much of that in the first period. And Ayew then just fouled on halfway. Wins a foul for his side. Partey to Sibo. Now out over onto that right flank. Urenki, another who saw a lot of the ball in the first 20 minutes or so. Flattered to deceive though, some poor decisions in possession, rather ruining some good opportunities, but he's got an opportunity here. Now he can put a good ball in, and oh, he's hit the crossbar and eventually turned behind for a corner. Well, surely that's not what Caleb Urenki was trying there. The Nordulant fullback. The initial thought is it was a cross went wrong, but my word, the keeper had to turn that one onto the crossbar. It turned into a brilliant save from Chigui Diarra. And now the corner comes into the back post and he's fumbled it. And there's the opener. Ghana have taken the lead. It's Alexander Djiku. Moments after the goalkeeper Diarra turned a speculative shot onto the crossbar, the resulting corner has seen Ghana take the lead. The keeper coming off his line, flapping quite frankly, and turned it at the back post. By Alexander Djiku. Brought into the side, the Fenerbahce centre-back. And a change from a back four to a back three. And it appears to be paying dividends. Let's have another look here. Corner comes in, keeper comes for it, misjudges it completely, and just bundled in at the back post. Only 2 yellow shirts in that 6-yard box. Oh, the Mali players have just got to be stronger. I'm not sure how much Alexander Djiku knew about the contact he got on this one. Bit of a clash with his marker at the back post. Well, it's been a game of few chances. All of a sudden it's burst into life, and now Mali absolutely fighting for their lives here. The Sing stand, they will be 4 points behind Madagascar with 2 games still to play. They've got to get something out of this game somehow, the Eagles. And now immediately on the attack, ball goes to the back post, just a little bit too much on it. Urenki covers, trying to allow that ball to go out, and he eventually gets the throw and he wanted. I think he's over-egging the custard there as well from the contact from Lassana Koulibaly. I'm not sure that this is the angle we need. Shepherding the ball, he's had it. I don't know why he's holding his face. When clear at the back by Ghana, the ball comes back in, goes out for a goal kick. Now then, well, Ghana have dominated possession in this game. Are they going to continue to come forward with this 1-goal lead? They've been rather guilty of not really finishing games off during this World Cup qualification campaign. And they've been lucky at times, really, to get away with a lack of cutting edge up front at times. Despite Jordan Ayew having 6 goals in 7 games. But when the likes of Antoine Semenyo and Mohamed Kudus only have 1 goal each from those 7 games, then you perhaps start to think there maybe should be a bit more production up top. Mali now teased the ball into the area. It's dropped well, and then the deflection. Well, Sinayoko on the turn. Saw his shot deflected, hurriedly hacked clear by the defender. And still coming forward now, Mali. There's a bit more urgency to their play that we didn't really see in the first half. Kamara spreads the ball over into space on that left-hand side. The shot thunders in from all of, 40 metres. I think it's Siku Diakate. Quite sure why he was doing that when he had so many green shirts to aim at in front of him. All of a sudden, just feels like the game has completely changed, doesn't it? It's now all Mali in possession the last few minutes since the goal. Ghana defending. It won't be easy for the home fans if they do that for the rest of the match, though. We've still got a long way to go. Long ball over the top, no one really there. And eventually tipped back to the goalkeeper. Maybe lacking a little bit of communication there. Gideon Mensah battling away. The throw, though, rather the foul. No, it is a throw going Mali's way. Almost running into trouble. Mohamed Kamara eventually gets a foul out of Mohamed Kudus. Well, the Mali players can't really complain about people getting in the way of the free kick. They were doing that all through the first half themselves, so. Kudus just shoved it to the floor there by Mohamed Kamara. The referee, I think, wisely deciding it's much ado about nothing and just trying to get them to get on with the game. Amadou Dante, I haven't seen much of him in an attacking sense in the opening 55 minutes, but now he's up there in that final third, hugging that touchline on the left. Kite lays the ball back for Kamara. Now he looks for space, but he's not quite got that one right. And then an attempted first time ball out at the back. Diarra. Confident footwork from the goalkeeper. Now the ball lifted in towards the Ghana box again. Smashed away up to halfway. Oh, and a brilliant turn on the ball here from Kudus. Kudus still coming forwards. Kudus into the area. And the shot deflects wide for a corner. And he asks for more from the crowd, and he gets it as well. The Tottenham man. A little smile as well from the 25-year-old. So then, corner for Ghana, crescendo of noise coming from the stands. Into the back post, the keeper gets a better touch on it this time. Then the overhead comes back in, and the header. Claims for a penalty, nothing given. Well, looks like the Mali benches are starting to warm up the substitutes to try and find a way to get back into this game. Ghana defending a one-goal lead now. Throw taken short. Kamara plays the ball off. The intended cross from the left, blocked at the near post. And the second one cleared off the touchline. No, not before it went out to play by Caleb Yerenki. Mali now with the corner. Here come the change. It looks like Gausu Diarra and Dorgeles Nene. Nene, who scored the opener against Comoros a few days ago. Now they're going to bring on those subs in time for this corner. Yes, they are. To Fode Decore. Here's with Jordan Asana Koulibaly as well. Well, Nene, I suspect, will play through the left-hand side here. 22 years of age, the Fenerbahce player. Keeper comes, good strong punch with single hand as well. Needed to be accurate with that one. Nene immediately on the ball. Gives it away. Sibo. Yerenki. Forced backwards for the moment. Finds Partey in the centre circle. Partey goes out left. Manages to pick the gap between the two teammates there somehow, Thomas Partey. Issa Diarra, by the way, the number 10, based in the Netherlands with Feyenoord. Both the guys just been brought on for Mali, by the way. 22, it is a young squad, it has to be said. Only two players of 30 years of age or older. In fact, they're both 30 and they're both goalkeepers. Everyone else in their 20s, with a few teenagers thrown in there for good measure as well. Mamadou Doumbia, the number 19, is only 19 years of age. He's their top scorer in this World Cup qualification campaign. It has the feeling, this Mali side, that even if it doesn't get to this World Cup, they could be very well placed to try and qualify for the 2030 tournament, but most of these players will be coming into their prime if they can keep that team together. So on the hour mark now. Still no changes made by Otto Addo. Who's the referee speaking to here? He's speaking to Jordan Ayew. The Mali bench there, you could see, were just inquiring about something as Kudus tries to start a run on the halfway line. Sibo plays the ball away from danger. Party now keeps the ball moving out to this near side. Mensah, loose ball. Hear the groans from the home fans. And the out ball. I've won the ball in the final third, but Mensah then committing the foul as he tried to win the ball back. It's still a bit tetchy out there between the two sides. Benjamin Asare organising his defenders. Doumbia to take this one. 6 green shirts lined up on the edge of the penalty area, but the header, an attacking one on the dive from Sinioko, goes wide. Amazing to think that Ghana, if things stay like this, Ghana will be 1 foot at the World Cup, having failed to qualify for the Africa Cup of Nations. An amazing turnaround. Oh, a nice flick, and all of a sudden Kudus into space over on the right-hand side. He's got Semenyo and Ayew charging into the area in support. The ball comes in towards Ayew, but cleared away by the defender. Captain does get the ball now, though. We've got support on the outside as well from Mensah. His cross charged down for a throw. Gideon Mensah then comes in. Mensah back on the ball, just being pushed back a little bit here, Ghana. Couldn't quite control the ball. And now a chance for Mali here as we break away from the tackle. The ball brought over halfway by Dante. Dante continues his run. He's still in an advanced position on that left-hand side. Doumbia. Well, that looked weak. Thomas Partey getting the talking to from the referee, but that looked soft. Let's have another look here. Very soft. Amazing how tetchy the game has been, actually. Still only the one booking in the 65th minute. Free kick lofted in. No one really anywhere near the penalty spot to bring that one under control. And now it's Kudus coming over halfway. Mohamed Kudus still coming forwards, tries to lay it off. Just about kept in play by Urenki, but then he lost his footing. And with that, Ghana lost the ball as well.
Seems a little bit pedestrian for Mali in a game that they really need to win. I mean, even a draw doesn't really do them much good. Mali trying to come forwards there. Diarra couldn't find room to try and spring a shot. It's all a bit, look at it, it's all a bit static there. Where's the movement? There's the movement. Then they can find the pass. And the shot eventually comes in. Bounces awkwardly in front of the keeper, but Asare does well to gather that at the first attempt. Cleared up the line, but Kudus not really anywhere near it. Chipped into the channel. Diarra forced to turn back. And the shot again coming in from that left-hand side. Certainly feels like Gausu Diarra has got his shooting boots on today. It's twice already he's tried his luck from a fairly acute angle out there on the left. Oh, it looks like Mustafa Sangare might be coming on in a moment for Mali. More forward power coming on. Nene. Yeah. Can't quite find the pass, and now the ball comes to a yellow shirt. Well, going to be today. It's twice already he's tried his luck from a really acute angle out there on the left. Looks like Mustafa Sangare might be coming on in a moment for Mali. More forward power coming on. Quite find the pass, and now the ball comes to a yellow shirt. Well, going to be a yellow card at the end of this move, but meanwhile, still coming forwards here. Kudus can't quite pick out Semenyo. I think it was Semenyo who was chopped down on halfway. I think Kudus has gone down there as well. That's going to be ignored by the Mali players, and rightly so. No head injury. Game carries on. Doumbia still waiting for the substitute. Ball simply hasn't gone out of play. Certainly a bit more attack-minded now, Mali. Surprised they were so conservative in the first half, to be honest. Are wants to know why the game wasn't stopped for the injury, but there's no reason for the referee. He does not have to stop the game because for every injury, especially considering how often the players fake those injuries as well. Here comes the change then. So Lassine Siniyoko, who struggled to make an impact here, placed by the Bulgarian-based Mustafa Sangare. Like for like. There, the 26-year-old straight with Levski Sofia. Semenyo was so far offside, he didn't even bother trying to get on the end of that one. The moment he made any sort of movement towards the ball, the flag would go up. Into the area on the volley was Nene, didn't quite catch hold of it. Smash clear. Everyone behind the ball for Ghana at the moment. Quite in their defensive shape either. 20 minutes to go here. Mali pressing for an equaliser. Going to have a first substitution incoming then from Toedo. Like it's going to be Antoine Semenyo who's been leading the line-up there for Ghana for 70 minutes, and not particularly hot but very humid conditions. Last the whistle from the referee. With the corner, decent delivery, headed away at the near post. Waits for two defenders, as well with the cutback. Sitting very deep now. Even when they do win the ball, there's no one to pass to, because everyone is behind the ball. Headed away again. Nudged away from Kudus as he tried to pick up the loose ball. Put halfway by Dante. Ball out wide. Footwork from Diarra. Waves play on. It back for the foul. Over on that far side. So here comes the change in. First change made by our host, Antoine Semenyo. Lots of perspiration out there, not his most inspired performance though from the 25-year-old. He'll now be replaced by Kamaldeen Sulemana. In Serie A with Atalanta. His youth being given its chance, it is 23. Only with 18 minutes to try and save the Cup qualification process. Too many drop points early in the campaign. With a bit more pace. Down the left-hand side, good defending coming across there from Majetti, still the only player on a yellow card in this game, by the way. Jonas Majetti, Basel-based defender.
You're not going to win the raffle. In that situation, Kev, you take the shot. And whatever happens, happens. Can you imagine? He strikes that ball cleanly into the top corner and has two goals to the good. I say take the risk. Sometimes players want to walk the ball in. That instance, it was the case. Passing the responsibility. Take the shot.
Now to Mensah. Finds AU. Back to the fullback. Nice patient build-up here by Ghana, and still that final ball doesn't possess really the quality that we expect from a Ghanaian side. And the goal that came was a hustling, bustling effort from the Ghanaian number 23, Alexander Jiku. Trying to push forward. This is Miyakite. Patience again being shown by Marley, and one can understand that. The referee having a chat to Thomas Partey and wanting no more than of those sort of antics from the midfielder.
Well, I would like to say that I think the referee should have allowed advantage. Maybe after the ball went out of play, then call Thomas Partey, because he's now stopped the game and Marley's in possession. They're in possession of the ball, allow the game to flow.
Ball away for Salisu, and now the counter-attack from Mohamed Kudus. Got a bit of pace about him, shepherded by Diakite. Diakite's done well. So for that matter, has Mensah.
Should be comfortable.
Such a tight group, and if you look at the matches Madagascar has to play, what Comoros has to play, in fact I think one of the saving graces for Ghana could be the Comoros-Madagascar match that they play in the penultimate round, where Comoros are at home to the East African Islanders, Madagascar. That's going to be an interesting one. Comoros away against Ghana in the final round, and don't forget Comoros beat Ghana at home in the second round of competition. In the meantime, has Nene mentioned his goal against the Comoros. Fascinating the result here. Mali beating the Comoros 3-0. Oh, and that just didn't have any great quality in it at all, that pass. Play down could be Jordan Ayew. In the meantime, away comes Amadou Dante. Yara on to Kamara. Referee playing an advantage after the foul from Kwasi Sibo. Much more of a defensive role for Sibo since Ghana took the lead. It's good defense as well from Yerensky. Halfway through the second half in Accra, Ghana 1, Mali 0. Referee having a chat to the two captains, and there seems to be accusations going one way and then the other. Jordan Ayew is the Ghanaian skipper. Aliou Dieng from Al Khulud, on loan there, by the way, from El Ahly in Egypt, playing in Saudi Arabia at the moment. But yeah, big discussion on the bench as to what changes are about to come, and there's a change about to happen, yeah, because Lassine Siniyoko is going to make way. Sangara takes his place. Not a bad match. The 25-year-old French-based midfielder. To see what Mustafa Sangare has to offer. Playing a better style of football in the second half are Mali, but not before they'd gone behind to that goal from Djikou. Coming just 4 minutes into the second half.
And I'm sitting back, suppose next couple of minutes, and maybe looking to break.
Interesting that coach Otto Edo is still playing it very tight as far as subs are concerned, as Nene once again tries to challenge the defence of Ghana. And it's all, I won't say one-way traffic, but certainly Mali are keeping Ghana behind the halfway line at the moment. Aliou Diakite, Mustafa Kamara will win a corner here for Mali. Been a rare commodity for the visiting side tonight. We're hoping that something can be initiated from a set piece, and set pieces are always dangerous things. Saw that set piece that led to the only goal of this match so far with Jiko's conversion at the back post. Dugulinene. The kind of Malian substitutes round about that assistant referee doing a warm-up, and potentially we're going to see some more changes from Mali. Nene knocked away by Mensah. Again, looking to torment the Ghanaian defence, and he has done that since he's come on. Face for his captain, Dieng. I thought that Kamara was potentially the better option, but Dieng tidies up in front of Partey. Ghana under pressure here. They're almost under siege. Good header away from the Ghanaian defence. Dieng. Yara trying to torment Yerensky. Yerensky gets on the infield side of him and gets possession, and Ghana will win a free kick as well. 3 points to the touchline. More substitutes potential. It's going to be Antoine Semenyo who's going to make way here. In the hurry up towards the touchline, it looks as if it could be Kamaldeen Sulemana who's going to come on. The 23-year-old who plays at Atalanta in Italy. It is Kamaldeen Sulemana. The 3-year-old striker, 21 times he has played prior to tonight, comes on for his 22nd appearance. 5 goals in 21 appearances. Playing in a tough league in Serie A, not for the faint-hearted. Any of the big leagues in the world, like Serie A, English Premier League, the German Bundesliga, the Spanish La Liga. All massive leagues to participate in, and so many of these Ghanaian and Malian players are playing exactly there in those leagues. Don't forget the French league, and then you get maybe in a slightly lower level Belgium and Holland and those sort of countries, Switzerland, Austria. But yeah, you know, the amount of players that are...
Puts too much on it, and the keeper emerges with the ball for Mali, and now the game's starting to stretch. 7 minutes to go here. Now Mali coming forwards with the ball in. Garek easily cut out. Partey nearly turns into trouble. Now he finds a diagonal ball into space on that right-hand side. The keeper has to come a long way out of his area, and eventually does clear that one. And the referee says play on. Diarra winning the ball just on the halfway mark. Now Camera intercepted. Suleiman for another Ghana substitution coming up in a minute or two. Have to wait for the ball to go out of play. Now Nene. Frantic stuff here now, and then Nene double teamed there by Partey and Mensah. Partey it is who gets the yellow card, I think, because he's been walking a bit of a tightrope for a while now as the former Arsenal midfielder. Mensah is making absolutely sure that splashering into this man from behind. We got well, unsurprising really in the 85th minute. Players going down with cramp. It's so humid out there. Jerome Poku about to come on. Hearing that Salis Abdul Samed might be coming on as well. We'll wait and see exactly how that works out. No more substitutes left for Mali. They've used their 5. Sibo in your picture there. Theory, the man coming off, so I'm being told in my headset. Just taking an opportunity to get some more fluids on board. There's the only goal of the game so far. The keeper coming for the corner, flapping, not getting there. Kamara not strong enough defensively, easily brushed off the ball by Alexander Jiku, who I really don't know how much he knew about that ball coming into him. It looks like it's the goal scorer who's having to come off here. He who pulled up with cramp. He's cramping up like that, he won't be able to run. Well, they might prefer to play different substitute. They're actually having to defend this set piece with only 10 men. No, they're not. Jerome Mapoku coming on in his place. Ball comes in. Oh, and it's not been cleared. Partey eventually takes it clear. The keeper came for it. Didn't get a very good touch on there. The keeper now goes down somewhat predictably. Mapoku, another based in Turkey with Istanbul Saksa here. In here, the keeper comes, get the best of touches, is slightly clattered. Mustafa Sangare seemed fine to carry on there, look. Now he's rolling on the make of that, you will. That little chap's going to be struggling to get some sleep in this atmosphere. It has been getting louder and louder as the game has gone on. Of a delay of the game here as well. Another Barney player gone down, Nene this time. I think he's forgetting the game situation here. Mali 1-0 down in a game they need to win, and they've got 1.5 minutes plus stoppages to go. The last thing they need to be doing is delaying the game with injuries, whether they are real or imagined. Who's just gone off with cramp. The only goal of the game in the 49th minute. Scrappy and unorthodox as it was, could be absolutely vital for Ghana. Say it would be a knife to the heart of Mali hopes going to the next World Cup. Kamara is running a little bit hot there, the central midfielder, the number 12. Stomps away in a huff. Referee again. Some use of the whistle. Have a decent amount of time added on as well. As we hit the 90. All done and dusted yet for Ghana. Look at the pace here. Fantastic pace. And the shot comes in and it's all a bit hasty and smashed over the bar by Sulemana. Lovely.
Nami voilà pour maman comme on a mis toi. J'étais aimé sans me soucier de rien. Oh. J'étais aimé sans calculatrice. Oh. J'ai cédé à tous tes caprices. Oh no! Ah non, mon amour. Ah non, mon éveil. Bébé, la femme n'est pas le tam-tam. Elle a besoin d'entretien. Oh.
Aroba koti bonjang bota mama ngore manyangore konga alle di pomse wow no rendezvous 26th of September Africa Bana at Laurel.
Je suis l'artiste Lady Ponce, la lionne indomptable de la culture camerounaise et africaine. Je vous donne rendez-vous pour la clôture de ma tournée American Tour. Nous allons visiter et revisiter mon répertoire avec Roissy Prod, professionnel, mon manager 5 gigas 55 étoiles. Avec Roissy Ponce, les petits plats sont sous les grands plats. Les grands plats sont sur l'inox et l'inox est sur l'or. L'or est sur le diamant. Venez vivre une soirée diamantée ce 26 septembre pour la clôture de ma tournée américaine à Washington.
Smashed long, headed away by Kamara, or rather up rather than anything else, and now all of a sudden Urenki has space on that right hand side, the right back charging down to the byline, goes to ground, somehow keeps hold of the ball. In fact, I think literally keeps hold of the ball. It might have been a handball while he was on the ground there. Kick, of course, quickly taken. No pressure on the ball at all. Actually, Sibo comes forward. Haven't really looked like scoring, have they? They got their passing going. So it's been a good defensive effort from Ghana as well. Snapshot. That nearly caught out the cameraman as well. Didn't catch out Benjamin Asare though. To be fair, the shot pretty much straight at him. And to be fair, neither keeper has really made much in the way of saves in this game. There's been some regulation saves, shot straight at the keeper, but other than that, it's been a huge amount of goal mouth incident in this one. It's been two teams that spending a lot of the time cancelling each other out. Ball is whipped in, the keeper comes well for that one, gets two hands on it, shot back in again and bounces just wide of the upright. Asare was scrambling, he's gone down again. Injury. Original cross in. The problem, of course, the keepers know that if they go down injured, he says in inverted commas, then the game cannot carry on without them, and they know that. Nice first touch, gives himself a little bit of space. Green shirts arriving in the area. Sangara, I think, just jumping a little bit early. Couldn't quite get the timing right on the header. Ball stabbed in. Short and low. Now maybe a chance here for Ghana. The ball chipped over the top. But what a waste that is. You've got 3 players to aim at in front of you. Use one of them. Don't just play for territory there. So Mali, the ball back straight away. Now smash clear. Adjusted their tactics now, Ghana. They're keeping those 3 men up top, trying to prevent Mali from overloading attacking areas. It does appear to have worked quite well. Nice turn. Now they can come forwards again. Ghana. And they find space to run into. Suleimana now picks up the ball on this near side. Slows things down. Mensah. Be doing that. The ball away from your goal. That's a lovely ball forwards. Offside flag going up. Free kick quickly taken. The keeper might as well smash this forwards and keep on running. 1-0, 2-0 makes no difference now. Long ball into the area, headed up rather than away. The clearance goes into a teammate. Now the ball clear. Goes up to halfway. 5 seconds to go, plus whatever the referee feels like adding to those 6 minutes. Ball back into the area. The keeper comes for it. Takes it. But surely that's going to be that. And it is. The referee blows his whistle. The Mali players upset. Surely now their dream of making it to a first ever World Cup is done and dusted. Ghana, meanwhile, now head the group by 3 points. And are now surely within touching distance of going to a 5th World Cup out of 6. The Black Stars may not always be impressive in the African Cup of Nations. They failed to qualify for earlier this year. But they are now surely on their way to the World Cup, and there's some tempers flaring there. Jigri Diarra, no idea what his problem is there, being led away by a teammate. Tom Sanfleetstein never really got going here. Ghana edging a tight game, a single goal the difference. Alexander Jiku, the difference maker from a scrappy set-piece situation as tempers continue to boil over out on the pitch after the final whistle. In the end, though, Ghana go 3 points clear of Madagascar at the top of African World Cup qualification Group I. They have won here at the Accra Sports Stadium, and it's finished. Ghana 1, Mali 0.
Media 2 Africa.
L'Afrique vous parle.
Media 2 Africa.
L'Afrique vous parle.